Okay, whatever. We're doing it like this. I don't care.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Damn.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
part
the
two.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't want to make it like an hour, so that's why I'm doing it in 2 parts.
When Stanley
Okay,
came to a
part
set
four.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Where's Deluxe? I want to go Deluxe.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Okay.
office.
Ooh, actually. There's a elevator. Okay, time to go. Go, go, go. Go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the
Yay.
keypad, Stanley happened to
Good job.
input the correct code
Good job,
by
me.
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into
up.
the newly opened passageway.
I like how there's just a random house here. There's just... Go down. Yeah, we're going this route, baby. We're going this route. Freaking... No.
Descending deeper
Yay.
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was
Up.
a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he
I
feel
agree.
this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
How do you
This
get out,
question
though?
would not
No,
go
that's the
unanswered
question.
for long.
No.
Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I'm trying to get the ending. Yay.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision
I know.
you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving
play
a
though.
rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Shut up. Yay.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I'm gonna go back and forth, man. It's like my job. It's a person, actually. Still going up.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky
I don't
corridor?
wanna.
No.
Scary.
It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me. Oh my God. It's the boss's
Holy
office.
crap.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
What the hell, man? Let me play.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Bro. Oh my god. Dude, let me get the ending, buddy. Please? Spur on my mama.
All right.
Thank you.
I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, of course, going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I know. What sucks though. I'm going up again. No. We're gonna go up slowly. I think we are. I mean, it is the third time. I think I can't count. I can't count.
You know what? I just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
I know.
You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
It is.
Where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them.
No, I don't.
This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Hold on. What the hell is this, dude?
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Went to Mars, world's healthiest human being. How he did it, the pyramids. Oh my god, it's me! Holy crap, Lois!
Ah, yes,
No, we can
here
go
it
that
is,
right.
just through this door.
I wanna jump. Let me jump. I
Right,
wanna jump.
are you ready?
Do
I've
it.
told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to
I agree.
craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
I don't wanna.
I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
What do you mean, they? Yo! Oh my God, my mom. My ears bleed, I think. My ears died. So loud. Can't even do no more, bro.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
What?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Lux, no. I want a deluxe version.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I'm sad. No.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Coworker.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, there's a toilet up here. I want the toilet. To be rich is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich with what a life it would be to have to pick just one? I don't. You can't be rich and do crimes. That's just not possible. Okay, well. We're back again.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's
I
desk.
literally know it.
What could its purpose be?
like-
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whap. Whap. Oh. Okay. I won't do the same thing. That's stupid. Blup, blup.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
What if
Facility.
I want to go escape? What if I want to escape? You think about that? Huh? Stupid.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley
know.
would meet his
I mean, it'll be
violent
fun, though.
death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get
No.
back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
wanna
willingly
see.
confront his death.
Okay. Whee! Oh. Oh no.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real
I'm gonna
story,
die.
trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned
Damn.
and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Damn. Bye.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I'm not dead though. What's the point in it? I'm not dead though.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I agree. Oh, sorry.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
True. Just go hard. Can I click? Lucas shows the office from the beginning of the game. That's my office. The pacing of the opening section was important to get right. See, this is cool. Filing cabinets. Computer. Buttons. Good job, me. Hey, this is cool. No. What's that? I can't see anything. This is nice.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design, textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you're probably...
I don't want the freedom ending though. Like, that's the point. I actually like this one. Just like broken pieces. It's cool. What's the diff? Oh. Why do I need two computers? Like, why do I even need two computers for? Anyway.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
True.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Man, I'm dead. Am I dead? I'm dead. That's crazy.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What is happening? Thank God, dude.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Jumping. I love jumping. That's my favorite activity. No.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yeah.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Why are we not going up?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or up? Oh,
Yeah.
There we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Huh?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle? Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator.
no way.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very
Thank
good.
God, dude.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Me too. It's just that.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What
Oh, we can
quality
get that,
assurance
actually.
department signed off on this?
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Me too.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I agree. Okay. Booga booga. Huh?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Where are we going? Why is it so long? Why does it take so long?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
Where?
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's down here? Memory zone maintenance. Oh, memory. Ow. Ow. Okay. See, this is fun. Can I open these?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley?
Go.
The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley, but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
What's here? Oh, that's so cute. We have a serious room and everything.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I mean, they're pretty bad.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full complete. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating
Mods,
than entertaining.
ban his ass.
Unfunny! I'm not trying to be
Mods,
funny.
ban him.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable,
Yeah, but that would be
but the
too
game
much.
is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
I'm
that I
sorry
can't
for
even
that.
imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh, dear.
Where,
What an awful memory to have
yeah,
to
the
hold
skip
on
button.
to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I ought. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
I mean, we did skip the first.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is.
Boom.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Damn.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But it... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
Well.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there...
Oh, my plant. No, that's actually so sad. That's actually so sad. Where's that coming from? Help! Help!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said.
What does it say? I can't see anything.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Why is that leaking?
The end is never the end, is never the end.
Why is it leaking? What the Where is that coming from? What the Let me out, let me out. Damn! What the God? God? Is that you? I need help. We need help. The button is not working so well. Ooh! Okay, I need to get a screenshot of this. I need to get a screenshot of this. There we go. Oh, I died. Let me click, dude. Damn. Oh, that's scary. No, 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 I'm hiding. No, I'm hiding. No, no, oh. Mm-mm. 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 Skip, skip. Stuff. Oh. Ooh. Damn. Is this it? Is this really it? Is this? Okay, well, I'm leaving then. Bye. Okay. Damn, that's so sad. We just left the narrator alone. I think he died. It's so sad. Honestly, that's so sad. Is there like a epilogue? I think there's an epilogue, right? I mean, we did do that. No epilogue yet? No? Okay. It's so sad though.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I need to turn on my lights. How long have I been here? Like a few minutes? I mean, I don't know. I really don't. Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark. and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Damn. Okay, chill.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I like that one. I like number 2.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
New features. Let's go, baby. I sound so unenergetic. I'm so sorry.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Gym.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
I want this.
what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized
No, they
and
don't.
validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person. Sorry, I should have clarified.
Thanks, Jim.
Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yes.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I am Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would
I
still
like
be
the
worth
feature.
the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button.
There's Jim.
I'm too emotionally drained from all of
It
this
should be
personal
Stanley,
validation.
I think it should be Stanley, I'm not gonna lie. But that's...
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
No, because we'll always change the Jim in it.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Ooh. The jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea.
No, it wasn't.
I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
No, it's not. The void. I want to try this one. Fun. I don't think there was. I don't think there was there. I don't think there was. This was here before, don't it? Looks new. I think. I don't know.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like.
Okay.
A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now.
I don't
Did
care,
you really
bro.
need to see it again?
Yes.
I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now,
wanna
but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very
Not
much
even
like to
infinite.
show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
No, it's not.
If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button. Oh, for heaven! You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
think it
I
does,
couldn't
not
help but
gonna lie.
feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole,
This one.
you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you, and oh gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow, okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect
Nice.
that I'm
I see
starting to
that,
hit the
dude.
point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is
You're
you're
gonna
here
leave
to
us?
do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Holy shit. Dude. Oh, shit.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I really
dude.
don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing?
I don't work.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
Okay.
You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole
Dude.
have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Dude, no. We just stuck here. Oh. What is happening? Oh. Oh no. Help. dick. Help. Why do you look? Why does it look like that? I'm gonna do it like this. This one goes smart though. It goes hard. Damn. Need help. Am I in heaven?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Huh?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So
Okay.
how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the
The
hole?
fact that we can't.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them.
What?
Stay alert, Stanley.
What? No.
I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Dude, you're leaving us. Not yet, us. The Yay. No. No. Wait, no, that's bad. No. No.
Here we
Whatever.
are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh, I love the bucket, dude. It's so, like...
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration,
It's still worse,
I've
though.
engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Yeah, but like,
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
more new endings,
You see,
baby.
Stanley,
Come on.
anytime you're holding the bucket,
Give me the money.
a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel
Give me.
perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive
Open it,
dissonance
damn it.
while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Shut up.
Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on.
No, it's not.
Give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of
I love this
comfort,
bucket.
even in the
This
face
is
of
my-
crushing despair,
This
must
is my
already
dad.
be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I'm smarter.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I like this. This is fun.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
It is pretty fun. It is
Or
fun.
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No.
Shut up.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Yeah, achievement. Let's go. I
Now,
want
here's
this.
something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got
Yes.
left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it
Okay.
will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?